so we're getting deep in the medium heat now. This one has a smoky chipotle flair.
Okay, let's try it. Okay. Nice little smokiness.
Okay, so question number 4. If you were to win an all-expense paid month-long vacation to anywhere in the world, where would you go, what would you do, and why?
Wow.
Anywhere.
So I think my focus, like I think I'd go to, I'd split it up between Europe and Canada, because what I would want to do is I'd want to search my family history, like follow. I love genealogy. I love learning about my family's past, where my great-grandparents or great-great-grandparents came from Portugal or from Ireland or from Canada, and what their lives were like. You know, it's really important to me for my own children, you know, to pay forward the knowledge and the history and the sacrifices of our family. So I think for me, if I had a whole month and I could just dig in, that's what I would do. I would spend time kind of traveling the paths of my ancestors and getting a better sense of, you know, where I came from, you know. And I mean, I'd love to go somewhere warm too, I guess, but I think for this, if I was given that month, that's what I'd want to do.
So, getting on to number 5. Okay. So this sauce has a Filipino flavor profile with Italian, Jamaican round, and teardrop peppers, along with garlic and ginger.
Number 5. Okay. Let's get a little spicier.
Spicier.
Yeah. It's good. A little more of a tingle on the tongue, but so far so good. I can handle it. A little bit of bread for Charlie.
I'll take a piece of bread for that one.
Yeah.
So this is something that I really do admire you for as well, because how do you maintain your cool composure as town moderator when the meetings get a little spicy? And been to many of them, and they've been super spicy, but you always have such a calm demeanor that always is so impressive. How do you do that, Mark?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd love to say it's a superpower, but I think it's something that I think is inherently within all people, right? Which is, you know, I know we've got to get our work done as a community, and that, you know, everyone's opinion is important and valued, and as long as we respect each other, that we can get the work done, people can feel as though they've been heard, and I think that's how I look at things. I think many times the best outcomes are when people compromise and when people talk to each other, and I think if you can create that kind of atmosphere, there's more trust and respect between people, and you're willing to get that work done together. And so that's how I approach being on the school committee. It's kind of how I approach my daily life. You know, it's also town meeting's nonpartisan. So there's not those kinds of inherent divisions that occur when, you know, you identify with one party or another. Town meeting is it's the rawest form of democracy that I think we have in America. And we're just fortunate to have it in the Northeast and in New England. And so making sure that people connect with each other. I mean, because as you know, you've been a town meeting member and on the select board for a number of years. That is that one day a year that the community comes together to make some pretty important decisions about the direction and future of the town. I do like to inject some humor into it too, because we can't take ourselves so seriously. Right. I've loved doing it for the last 15 years. It's something I've really enjoyed, and I'd like to think that by and large people feel as though it is a space where people can participate in their government and that good decisions are made.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Here we go, number 6.
Okay.
Here we have whiskey, white balsamic, date syrup, and smoked ghost pepper heat. We're really starting to heat things up now.
Okay, well.
Good luck.
Okay, I can start to feel the heat a little bit.
Oh yeah, more bread.
Yeah, there's a little more
kick
spice
to
to
this
this one.
Yeah, spicy.
But it's okay. We're okay.
Lingers.
We're doing okay.
Yep.
It does. It lingers a little bit. I don't know if I want to. I am very concerned about these last three.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying hard not to have the milk or the bread yet, because I feel like I'm gonna need them. So I think I'm okay. I think we're good.
You're doing better.
Continue.
You're doing better than me. I've already need the bread several times.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it real, Charlie.
Okay,
Let's keep it
so
real.
this is a fun one.
Okay.
Okay. So what fictional character that people might know do you most admire and why?
I've always been a huge fan of Jim Henson. So growing up as a kid, I was very much a Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, the Muppet Movie. The one character that always stood out to me, who I relate the most to, is Grover from Sesame Street, but I especially like Super Grover. So I don't know if you know, Grover also had an alter ego as Super Grover.
Yeah.
And he never, flew quite right, but he was always lovable, thoughtful. So I would say Super Grover, but also Yoda. Like I gotta go with Yoda, right? On the Star Wars side. I mean, I always wanted to be Luke Skywalker when I was a kid, but there's something about, maybe it's that, he's a little guy like I'm a little guy, but like very, very wise, self-deprecating, and super knowledgeable, and just like, especially in the prequels, like he was tough. He was tough. He was strong, and
All right. So now we have number 7. I'm choking up just even saying what it is.
Ginger goat.
It's a blend of super hot chilies along with mango.
I hate
Thank
that
God.
when you say a blend of super hot chilies, I just
We have mango in this one.
okay. Oh, great. That's great.
Lemongrass and star anise. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. All right. Ooh, you know what? I can taste the star anise, the licorice.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we're okay.
Mm.
We're all right. Right? You okay?
Mm.
Okay. I'm okay. You're okay.
This is good. This is very flavored. It is chock full of flavor.
And I would say it's not overly spicy.
So, we'll ask a nice spicy question here.
Another spicy question, please.
Okay. So, when considering an issue where there is strong advocacy both for and against the issue,
Yep.
how would you approach your decision making?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question, and I actually think that's the right question to ask anyone running for a legislative office, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be the state representative just for Democrats or just for unenrolled voters or just Republicans. My job as state representative is to be the representative of all the people of the 10th Bristol District.
Mm-hmm.
And that means listening to people, irrespective of what your position may be. It's always important to listen to what other people have to say and weigh those issues, looking through the lens of what's in the best interest of the people in our community. And, what principles did I run on? What issues did I run on that resonated with people? Because that informs you as to what your priorities should be. So I think it's always important to listen, even if you disagree, because sometimes you'll hear the other side of a particular issue, and that may inform you to look at it slightly differently, or to suggest amendments to a bill that may make it even better. And so I think that's important for any state rep or state senator, or even any member of Congress, or even a town meeting member for that matter, any legislator, is you may have your core foundational beliefs, but it's always good to listen and then make a decision based on what you think is in the best interest of the district. And it's always good to check in with different people, particularly those most directly impacted by the decision you're going to make, to make sure that whatever vote you're going to cast, it's additive or positive or going to help as opposed to hurt. You want to keep talking because the bomb is next, and so I figured.
So the bomb is next.
So